Undisputed lightweight champion Katie Taylor returns to the ring Saturday on DAZN as she faces off against former IBF featherweight champion Jennifer Hahn with all four of Taylor's lightweight belts on the line. Let's break it down. Jennifer Hahn, 38 years old, she's 5'6" with a 66-inch reach and a record of 18-3-1 with 3 no contests and 1 knockout. From El Paso, Texas, Hahn came from a fighting family, beginning to train in martial arts at 5 years old under the tutelage of her father. At 16, she embarked on an outstanding amateur career, going on to win 6 amateur championships and amassing a record of 20-9 before turning pro in 2009 with a majority decision loss to Melissa Saintville. After a draw in her second outing and 3 unsanctioned no contests in Mexico, she returned to Texas, going 9-1 before challenging Ji-Hai Wu for the IFBA featherweight title, which she lost via 10th round majority decision. After defeating Christina Ruiz, she took on Kenya's Fatuma Zarika for the vacant Intercontinental title, which she won by unanimous decision, and followed that up in September of 2015 with a one-sided victory over Nigeria's Helen Joseph for the vacant IBF featherweight title. She made 4 title defenses of her belt, including dominant lopsided wins over Calista Salgado, Olivia Garula, and Lisbeth Crespo in 2018 before stepping away from the sport for 2 years to start a family. After the birth of her second child, she made her return to the ring on February 15th, 2020, winning an 8-round unanimous decision over Jerry Sitz in a non-title fight, and 5 months later relinquished her belt to move up to lightweight. The first world champion to hail from El Paso, Hahn fights out of a high guard, relying on constant movement and an excellent jab and solid combinations to break down and overwhelm her opponents. Katie Taylor, 35 years old, she's 5'5" with a 65-inch reach and a record of 18-0 with 6 knockouts. From Bray, Ireland, boxing was in her blood, as her father was a light heavyweight contender and her mother was one of Ireland's first referees. She began boxing at 12 years old and at 15 won the first official sanctioned women's boxing match in her country's history. In a highly decorated amateur career that saw her amass a record of 175-12, she won 5 consecutive gold medals at the Women's World Championships, 6 gold medals at the European Championships, and a gold medal in the 2012 Summer Olympics. After losing in the quarterfinals of the 2016 Olympics, she turned pro with a 3rd-round knockout, then completely shut out Brazil's Viviane Ubernuth in her second fight. She won 2 more fights before knocking out Nina Menke in the 7th round to claim the WBA Intercontinental Lightweight belt. And after knocking out Jasmine Clarkson, she won a unanimous decision over Anahai Sanchez to take the vacant WBA lightweight title. 2 fights later, she picked up the IBF belt with a decision over Victoria Bustos. And after 3 title defenses, she took the WBO belt off of Brazil's Rose Volate via 9th round TKO. Just 3 months later, she made history when she defeated WBC champ Delphine Persoon to become one of only 10 boxers to become undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. After defending her titles against Christina Leonardo, she defeated Persoon a second time to cement her legacy. In November 2020, she won a lopsided decision over Miriam Gutierrez, and 6 months later took on former Olympian Natasha Jonas, being forced to dig deep as she won an extremely close unanimous decision in an exciting back-and-forth contest. The most decorated female boxer of all time, she possesses lightning-fast footwork, a solid jab, a powerful hook, and will often frustrate her opponents by leaning forward with her hands down and leaning back, landing a shot and pivoting to the side to reset. Will the height and reach advantage and constant pressure of Han factor in as she aims to upset a living legend? Or will the consummate skills of Taylor overwhelm her opponent as she continues one of boxing's most impressive all-around careers?